Okay, and here's the solution set for chapter 11. Check your answers. See which ones you need to double check. Number 1, this is a segment that is found on the outside of the circle. So we're going to use the clue exterior times the whole piece. And we're going to do it for both sides. And do each segment separately. So for the top segment, the exterior piece is x because it's outside of the circle. But the whole piece is also x. So it's x times x. X represents the outside part, and it also represents the whole thing. That equals, for this segment down here, it's not the same thing anymore. The outside piece is 8. The 8 is sticking out right here. But the whole piece is the whole segment from S all the way to Q, and that's 18. So now you just solve x squared equals 8 times 18. You have 144. Take the square root of both sides, you get 12 or negative 12. But you can't have a negative segment right here. It wouldn't work. So only 12 is our answer. Number 2. This is crisscrossing on the inside. So we're going to just crisscross the pieces. Look at the 4 pieces that we have. This piece and this piece. Those are going to get multiplied together because they're across from each other. And then you have this piece right here. And then you have this remaining piece over here. And you have to go all the way to the other side because it has to connect to the edge. All right, well, when you have a diameter or a radius that's perpendicular to another chord, then that chord is automatically cut in half. Since they're equal to each other, we can just call them x and x. But this purple side is not figured out yet. That 12 is from here to here. We have to figure out what this piece is. But it's just a radius from the K to the edge is going to be the same as from K to this edge. This is 27. So if this piece is 27, then the whole thing from this edge to where the intersection is 27 plus 12, or 39, right here. So the 4 pieces you're multiplying, red times green is x times x, purple is 39, and blue is 15. X times x equals 39 times 15. Just do your crisscross thing. 39 times 15 is 585. And when you take the square root of that, you get 24.2. Do not just jump to the first answer you see. Think it through. They are asking for mn. So look back at the diagram. M to n is that whole thing, and there's an x and an x in there. So it's 24.2, but you have to do it twice. So it comes out to 48.4. Number 3. Measure of angle TQR. This is the one that they want right here. All right, well, this quadrilateral is inside the circle, so that means the opposite sides are supplementary this time. They add up to 180, so 3x plus 5 plus 5x plus 15 adds all up to 180. That's 8x plus 20. Subtract 20 from both sides, you get 160, and x equals 20. All right, that's not what we want though. We want this one right here. This is the one we're looking for. Don't have anything to plug in, so we have to plug in across from it because these two right here are now going to be supplementary as well. These two are supplementary, so let's find S. 4 times 20 is 80. 80 plus 30 is going to be 110. Right here, this is 110. The one across from it is supposed to be supplementary, so 180 minus 110, this one has to be 70, because 70 plus 110 would make 180, and that's the one that they wanted. Next one we skipped. Number 5, which of these arcs has a measure of 134? It's pretty hard to do this one straightforward. You have to do it backwards. Find all of your missing pieces. This is a straight line right here, adds up to 180. So I'm going to do 180 minus the 2 pieces that I know. This one right here is 90. So I'm going to do 180, the straight line, minus 90. I know that angle already right here. Oops. And then I'm also going to take away the 46, another one that I know already. And what I'm left with is 44 right here. Okay, I also need to figure out this one, but since those are vertical angles like the bow tie, that one's 44 also. And now I need to figure out this missing piece right here, just so I'll have all of my pieces and I won't have anything left out. So if you look at that purple line again, it's 180, but you know these two already. 44 and 20 make 64, so all you have to do is 180, the straight purple line, minus 20, and minus 44. And you are left with 116. Okay, that's all the things that you need. Now you have to look at your choices and just go with one until you get 134 as your result. So start with FJ. FJ is from here all the way up to here. So let's try that one. The 3 pieces that have to be added together are 46, 44, and 20. So when you add that together, 46 and 44 plus 20, you get 110, I think. Hold on a second. 46 plus 44 plus 20. You get 110. Okay, not the one we want, so that one's gone. Now let's try the next one, DF. I'm just going in order. DF starts here and it ends here, so I'm going to try that one. Well, the 2 pieces are 90 and 44. When you add 90 and 44 together, you get 134, and that's the one they're looking for, so that's the one I want. Just keep trying the answers until one of them matches the answer that you wanted. Number 6, angle WTV is what they want, and that is found right here. Angle WTV. The vertex of that angle is right on the edge of the circle. On means the angle equals the arc divided by 2. All you do is take half. So since the arc is 90, all I have to do is 90 divided by 2, and I get 45. I'm getting smaller and smaller and smaller, so that's when I cut in half. You have 45. Number 7, find the value of x. These are segments that meet on the outside, so we have 2 pieces we have to deal with separately. You have the purple piece, and then you'll have the green piece here. It's whenever they're on the outside and they're segments, it's the exterior times the whole. Those are the 2 keywords you need to think about. So for the purple one, the exterior piece is right here. The 4 is sticking out of the circle. So this is the exterior piece right here. 4 times, you've got to figure out what the whole thing is. The whole purple piece is 4 plus x. It's segment addition. That equals, look at the green one. The green one has a piece sticking out of the circle. That's the exterior piece. That's the 5. This piece right here. Okay, so the outside piece is 5. That's the exterior piece. The whole piece goes from R to 3. It's R to Q. It's the whole green piece. 5 and 3 makes 8. So it looks just like that. So you do 4 times 4 is 16, plus 4 times x is 4x equals 40. Subtracting 16 from both sides, you get 24. And then dividing by 4, you get 6. Look to see if they wanted you to plug it in. They did not. All they needed was x, so your answer is right there. Number 8 are segments that meet on the inside, so all you have to do is crisscross. X times the one across from it, x times 6, equals 4 times the one across from it, 4 times 12. So 6x equals 48, x equals 8. They did not ask you to plug it in, they just asked you for x. Number 9. What is the measure of an angle K and L? This is an angle that meets on the inside, but it's not the center. There's no central dot there. So you add the two circles together. Whenever it's on the inside, you add the angle equals the arc sum divided by 2. So the angle is the one I want. It equals the two arcs that surround it, 60 plus 100. The angle equals 160 divided by 2. That equals 80 degrees. This thing just doesn't want to work. 80. There you go. All right, number 10. What is the value of x? This is an angle that meets on the outside. So when it's on the outside, what you do is the arc difference divided by 2. It's different when you're trying to do the angles and when you're trying to do the segments. Make sure you have that written down on your cheat sheet, the difference between them. So you always subtract the bigger arc minus the smaller arc. The angle equals 65 minus 25, and then you divide by 2. That is 40 divided by 2, so it equals 20 degrees. Number 11. Find the value of x. Well, x is inside this angle. This angle is right on the edge of the circle. When that happens, the angle equals the arc divided by 2. Okay, well, in this case, the arc that is intercepted by this angle, you go here to the edge, and then you go here to this edge, and the arc is inscribed between there. The arc is right here. And that comes from a diameter, a half of a circle, so that arc is 180 degrees. But the angle equals half of the arc. So the angle is 4x plus 10. The angle right there. The arc is 180. This arc is 180, and then you divide by 2. So 4x plus 10 really equals 90. Subtract 10 from both sides. You get 80, and x equals 20. See if they wanted you to plug it in, but no, it just says find the value of x. Number 12, find LM. When you have segments that are both tangent like this, they're equal to each other. When it looks like a Jack-in-the-Box hat, or if it looks like an ice cream cone or something like that, they're equal to each other. 4x minus 2 equals 3x plus 3. Subtract 3x from both sides. Add 2 to both sides. X equals 5. So then they want LM. Always look to see if they want something else. So you go to LM and you plug it in. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 plus 3 makes your final answer of 18. Number 13, find the measure of angle XYZ. The angle is right here. When it's on the circle, the angle equals the arc cut in half. So the angle is the unknown, that's what I want. The arc, though, is what I know. The arc is the piece of the circle that is inside that angle, the angle that you're looking at. So the arc actually goes here. Okay, so you take, let me try that again. You take the arc here that's inside the angle and it's 166. That's what you cut in half, that piece right there. So it's 166 divided by 2. The angle equals 83 degrees. 14 skip, 15 skip, and this is the last one we need to do for review for the final exam. When you have two pieces that are already congruent to each other, you need to find two other pieces that are congruent. Whatever the angle is where the joins both of them, or else the arc pieces, whatever you can see. So this arc piece from here, from R to Q, since the segment is equal, then this arc is also equal to the arc cut off here by the congruent chord. This arc is equal to this arc. So we have 3x plus 22 equals 4x. This piece equals this piece. So when you subtract 3x from both sides, you'll just get x equals 22. Look to see if that's what they want. Nope, it's not what they want. You have to plug it into QR. QR is 3 times 22, or 66, plus 22, you get 88 degrees.